Your headlights aren't dirty, they're not scratched. Sanding won't fix them, and neither will another car wash. What you're looking at is dead plastic, and the fix is a $4 can of bug spray sitting in the camping aisle of any gas station. But spray it straight onto the housing, and you'll strip the clear coat off your bumper before you even finish the second headlight. The safe method takes about 2 minutes to understand, and it matters more than the spray itself. 30 seconds, one pass, and the fog came off like it was never there. I checked twice because I didn't trust it. Now I keep a can in the garage instead of a restoration kit. We are going to look into 3 things today: the fix, the 2-minute method that keeps it off your paint, and the one step at the end that decides whether this lasts 3 months or 3 years. And that last one is the part almost nobody gets right. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because the reason this even works is the reason nobody's selling it to you straight. Auto parts stores run headlight restoration kits for $15 to $25. Shops charge $50 to $100 to do the same job with a drill, some sandpaper, and a buffing pad. That's a real business built on a real problem. Nobody invented a better chemical. They packaged an old one, added steps, and charged for the ceremony. A $4 can of bug spray doesn't justify a $20 kit, let alone a $100 shop bill. That's not a conspiracy, it's just math. Nobody in that chain gets paid to tell you the active ingredient in their kit is the same one already sitting in your garage, doing the same job on mosquitoes. So why does a bug repellent take the cloud off a headlight in seconds? That's the part that actually matters, and it starts with what cloudy even means. Your headlight isn't glass, it's polycarbonate, a hard, clear plastic, chosen because it won't shatter like glass would if a rock kicks up on the highway. That plastic ships with a factory coating on top, a UV stabilizer, basically sunscreen for plastic. That coating doesn't last forever. Years of sun cook it down until it fails, and once it fails, the plastic underneath starts absorbing UV directly. The surface breaks down at a molecular level. It doesn't get dirty, it gets old. You've seen this before, even if you never connected it to your car. Think about a plastic patio chair that's spent a few summers outside. That chalky, faded, almost powdery surface. Same process, same cause. Sunlight is slowly taking that plastic apart from the outside in. That chalky layer on your headlight is not a coating of grime sitting on top of clear plastic. It is the plastic. A thin skin of it, dead and oxidized, sitting on top of the healthy layer still underneath. Now, here's the part that almost everyone skips. And it's why sanding and polishing kits exist at all. Sanding physically grinds that dead layer off. It works, but it's slow, messy. And if you go too far, you're grinding into plastic you needed to keep. DEET does the same job a different way. To a chemist, DEET isn't bug spray, it's a plastic solvent. It was built to repel mosquitoes, but its actual chemical trick is breaking down certain plastics on contact. It melts that dead, oxidized layer the way hot water melts a film of wax off a countertop. It's not cleaning your headlight. It's not polishing your headlight. It's dissolving the specific layer of plastic that's already dead and leaving the healthy plastic underneath exactly where it was. Here's the part that changes how you use it, though. That reaction doesn't know the difference between your headlight and your paint. Put it on the wrong surface and it'll do the same thing to your clear coat. So before you touch a single headlight, you need to see exactly why the obvious move, just spraying it on, is the one that gets people in trouble. Here's what you need, and none of it is exotic. 1 can of insect repellent. Check the label. You want 98 to 100% DEET. It works faster and you'll use less of it. A couple of microfiber cloths, painter's tape, and a bottle of water for the finish. Do not skip the tape. That's not optional advice, that's the whole reason this method exists instead of the just spray it version. Run painter's tape around the entire edge of the headlight housing, right where it meets the bumper and the paint. DEET doesn't care that the paint next to your headlight isn't the plastic you're trying to fix. Given the chance, it'll haze or lift that clear coat just as easily. Second rule, the spray never touches the headlight directly. Spray it onto the cloth instead, a few good pumps, until the cloth is damp, not dripping. A direct spray runs. It drips down onto the bumper below your tape line, and now you've got a problem you didn't need to have. Third, and this is the one people get backwards, wipe in one direction, not circles. Pick a direction, side to side or top to bottom, and stay with it. Circular motion drags the melted layer back across itself instead of lifting it off the surface, so you end up smearing the same dead plastic around instead of removing it. One direction, light pressure. Let the chemistry do the work, not your arm. You'll see it happen in real time, the haze lifting within 10-15 seconds on a lightly oxidized headlight. Heavier oxidation, the kind that's been building for 5-6 years, might need a second pass. That's the move if it's not fully clear. A second damp cloth, same direction, not more pressure, and not more DEET, sitting wet on the surface. Once it's clear, wipe it down immediately with a clean, water-dampened cloth. Don't let it sit and air dry on its own. You want the residue off, not evaporating into a new haze on top of the clear plastic you just uncovered. Peel the tape once the surface is dry to the touch. That's it. 2 minutes, 1 can, no drill. I can already hear the next question, and it's a fair one. If this stuff melts plastic, why isn't it melting the good plastic underneath too? I can hear it from here. If DEET melts plastic, why doesn't it just keep going? Why doesn't it eat straight through the headlight the longer you leave it on? Here's the physics. The dead oxidized layer is porous and broken down. It's already been chemically degraded by years of UV exposure, so it's far more reactive and easier to dissolve. The healthy polycarbonate sitting underneath is still dense, still intact, still doing its job. DEET works fast on the damaged layer because that layer is already halfway gone. It works slow or barely at all on the healthy layer because that layer hasn't been broken down yet. It's not dissolving your headlight, it's dissolving what your headlight already turned into. That's also why speed matters here. You're not trying to clean thoroughly. You're removing a thin dead layer and stopping. Wipe it clean the moment the haze lifts, and you're not giving it extra time to find out what else it can do. Now, one honest limitation that belongs here, and I want to be straight with you about it. This fix is not permanent. You've removed the dead layer, but you've also removed the UV stabilizing coating that came with it, which means the fresh plastic underneath is now exposed to the same sun that clouded it the first time. Left alone, most people see the haze start creeping back in 3 to 6 months, not never. The fix for that costs about $5 more. After you've cleared the headlight, seal it with a UV-blocking clear coat or headlight sealant sold right next to the restoration kits. That's the step that turns a 2-minute fix into one that actually lasts a year or more instead of a season. And 2 safety rules. No hedging on these. Do not let DEET sit on your car's paint, trim, or plastic badging for any length of time. Tape first, every time, no exceptions. And do not use this near an open flame or a running engine. DET is flammable, and you're working with an aerosol can inches from a car. DEET was developed by the US Army back in the 1940s, tested for jungle warfare, and it's been sitting on drugstore shelves for decades since. Every chemist who's ever worked with it knows exactly what it does to certain plastics. It's practically a textbook warning label, and for years, that same fact sat 2 aisles away from a $22 restoration kit built to solve the exact same problem, slower and with more steps. What gets me isn't that anyone hid this, it's that nobody had a reason to say it out loud. The bug spray was never marketed as a headlight fix, so it never became one, until someone actually tried it. Total cost to clear both headlights, tape included, about $6. The shop bill for the same result runs $50 to $100. Same result. Same chemistry, more or less. Just a very different bill. If your headlights have gone from clear to frosted glass, send this to whoever in your life has been driving around like that for the last year. You know exactly who I mean. See you in the next one.